Welcome back to Redemption HQ. It is I, Spectral Force, joined with the esteemed Brobarian and the ever also esteemed Robert D. This episode, we are bringing you the charming heroes from the vault. Now, I know we've been kind of slacking a little bit with schedules, being what they are. I know Brobarian is happy to be recording this episode because that means we are pretty much 99.9% done with the classes.
Wahoo!
And it rubs him like a cheese grater on his cheek. So, we'll have one more episode covering the various tricks that the charming heroes get to pull. And that will be it for season 1. And then we will start planning out season 2, not that we haven't already. And we will get some ideas and maybe some interviews and some other stuff going on for season 2 and maybe cover some conventions. We'll have to see how that goes since Evil Genius will be back at conventions in 2026. So, unless you guys have anything to say, I'll get right into the gutter rat.
Let's go. Woohoo!
All right. So our first charming hero from the vault is the gutter rat. That is not your mom. The gutter rat may seem like the lowest of the low, weak and pitiable, if I could speak today. But in truth, they're amongst the most dangerous of adversaries. They know how to play mind games, always play with their enemies, striking when and where they're most vulnerable. Most treacherous of all are their lies, which come to them as easily as breathing does to most people. They're versatile heroes who can support a team with a mix of social skills and subterfuge outside of combat. In a fight, they specialize in inflicting status effects on enemies and delivering devastating blows to their suffering opponents. Saving throw proficiencies are Dex and Charisma. 3 skills from Acrobatics, Deceptions, Intimidate, Perform, Security, Sleight of Hand, Streetwise, and Stealth. That was a mouthful. Equipment, Basic and Improvised. Underhanded Expertise. You gain expertise in one skill chosen from Deception. Security, Sleight of Hand, Streetwise, or Stealth. You must be proficient in a skill to gain expertise, as with every other class and skill. The equipment recommendations are Punk Pack. Weapons are Stun Gun, Combat Knife, or Sawed-Off Shotty. On to the talents. Ooh, the talent portion. No bathing suits though. Level 1. Play the Fool, Slippery, and Sneaky. At 3, we have Trap Maker and Viciousness, almost in a mocking sense. At 5, we have Advanced Combat Training, which we know is an extra attack. And Clever Fool. 7 is Improved Viciousness. And so now they're going, they're picking that one physical trait and they're going to gnaw at it. And Execution at level 9. So we'll cover these briefly. Let's see. Play the Fool. You take an action to distract opponent with a Charisma Deception, Opposed Wisdom Insight. If you win, they are distracted until the beginning of your next turn. Slippery. You have advantage on Dex Sleight of Hand checks made to escape bonds and Dex Acrobatics to escape grapple. And you can make those actions as a bonus. Sneaky. Sneaky little snick. You have advantage on Dex Stealth checks made while trying to move without making any noise. Trap Maker, you have advantage on intelligence security checks to determine if a trap that you set works correctly. That's always helpful. Viciousness, when you hit an incapacitated opponent, is always considered a critical. Clever Fool, after using your Play the Fool talent, whether or not you're successful, you can take a dodge action as a bonus action. Improved Viciousness. When you hit a blinded, distracted, exhausted, grappled, intoxicated, prone, restrained, or sick opponent, it's always considered a critical hit. So remember, use a dirty trick and throw sand in your opponent's eyes first to blind them. And Execution. When you hit an incapacitated opponent, you can roll any number of your unspent influence die and add the result to your damage total. The damage is not multiplied by a crit. They do have 3 tricks I will mention. We will go over at another time. Bleeding Strike, Blinding Strike, Gloat, Hobbling Strike, and Killer Instinct and Square. So that covers the gutter rat. Again, not your mom.
You dirty rat. You killed my brother.
You dirty rat. You killed my brother. I believe next up in the list is Networker.
Yes, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wanted to be the Kevin Bacon in your social sandwich? Well, you certainly can now with the Networker. This class is fantastic. One of the things, the main attribute, is your ability to make friends and with charm and influence. And with that, let's see here. Let's see if my laptop will come on, you work with me. It's work with me. No, okay. There we go. So, as the network is described, you know everyone. Wherever you go, there's always someone that you can ask for help, whether they're your family, a friend, an associate, or someone who has a good word to put in about you on your behalf. You can rely on assistance wherever you go. Networkers accomplish their goals by relying on other people, and they always have those people available. They can call on a variety of extra contacts to help with the team, and their tricks can leverage those connections to bolster their allies. And they always have their trustworthy, loyal assistant to aid them in combat. Their saving throws are for wisdom and charisma. Their skills are they can pick 2 from arts and crafts, computer, deception, insight, intimidation, perception, performance, persuasion, social sciences, streetwise, and their equipment is basic.
They're not basic. They're really cool.
They are pumpkin spice in the fall. That's what they are. They have the socialite pack, and they have no weapons proficiency. So their talents is listed are loyal assistant and phone a friend, capable assistant, advanced assistant, over your head, and I know everyone. Again, you get to be the Kevin Bacon of your group. It's amazing. So as described, so you're a loyal assistant. You have a loyal assistant who aids you in everything you do and follows your orders. They're like an unpaid intern. You can choose from among the companions listed in the networker, and they see companion rules, which we'll discuss that in a later time. Your assistant can count on any cybernetics they have towards your maximum strain of their own. So this is, of course, if you are playing with like cybernetics or anything like that. So that's the official rules on to the side of that. For phone a friend, you know people all over the world in a variety of fields who are willing to do you a favor. You can always call an assistant as if you had a contact of level 2 in any category. Again, see contacts, which we'll go over. So long as what that contact provides is normally available in your current location or is able to be done remotely. What is available to you is up to the GM's discretion, and you can do this a number of times equal to your charisma modifier before you finish a long rest. The level of contact increases as you gain levels, as shown in the contact level column of the networker, which we'll go back and discuss that. Capable assistance, your companion gains an additional benefit as described in their stats. Advanced assistance, once during your turn, when your companion takes an attack action, they can make 2 attacks as part of that action. Over your head, you can now threaten to call someone superior.
I'm calling your boss. Where's your manager?
Yeah, I saw what you said on Facebook. Whether you actually know them or not, you have advantage on charisma and intimidation checks against any person that has a boss, manager, superior officer, or authority figure over them. I know everyone has heard of you, or at least instinctively senses that you're a big deal. And you always treat a roll of 4 or lower as a 5 on any influence roll. So they have, so some of their contacts, they have an expert, which they have some listed stats. We won't go over them that you can in this, but they also have a muscle, and then they have their network tricks. They've got it's chop get them, and I know you as some of those tricks.
Can you go?
We'll discuss those.
Can you go back over them? You faded out a little bit.
Oh, I did. Which part? The network tricks.
We heard.
Or do I need to...
yeah, just go over them back again because you're gonna have to edit a little bit anyway.
Okay. So sorry for the technical difficulties, but you have a couple options for your contacts or your assistants. Is you have an expert, and then you also have a muscle. Your expert is good for some skills and helping out with that, and muscle is good for the combat side if you need somebody who's a bit more of a human shield or somebody to deliver the blows that you might not be able to hit very well as a charming hero. And of course, then the networker tricks. There's 3 of them listed. They're named as Chop, Get 'em, and Don't I Know You. And we'll discuss those at a later time. But speaking of Don't I Know You, I'm pretty sure we know one of the most world famous spies, 007, and spy is a option.
Yes.
Here we go.
I think spy is my favorite charming class, just because it's a spy and I love spies. Not only do I love 007, I also like Spies Like Us.
I love that movie so much.
Dave, if you're listening, we want spies like us.
Spies like us. Woohoo!
So, as a spy, you are a master of espionage, a ghost hiding in plain sight. You can blend in anywhere, gain the trust of anyone, and then, once you have whatever you were after, disappear without a trace. Poof. No one but your most trusted associates knows who you really are. Spies are detectives and thieves, but accomplish their goals through disguise, trickery, deception, more than pure stealth or investigation. They are experts at getting people to lower their guard and spill their secrets. But they are also trained to fight when things inevitably go.
Dun dun dun.
Proficiencies, dex and charisma. Skills, 4. Arts and crafts, deception, sight, intimidation, mechanics, medicine, perception, performance, persuasion, security, sleight of hand, stealth, streetwise, and vehicles. Holy God, I am out of breath. Espionage expertise. You gain expertise in one skill from almost that whole list. Deception, perception, performance, persuasion, security, sleight of hand, or stealth.
Wowzers.
The equipment is basic, advanced, improvised, and military. Equipment
Whoa.
recommendations. Yes. Spy pack, weapons, concealed carry pistol ×2, or Spec Ops SMG and brass knuckles ×2. Talent, Purse of Mystery, and I just work here. Rigged, advanced combat training, intelligence expertise, consummate professional. So, Purse of Mystery, your true identity is obscured behind many layers of fake IDs and redacted government records. You can fabricate a new identity given 1 hour of work, granting you a passport and other identifying documents, birth certificate, work history, social media accounts with backdated posts. You can also alter your fingerprints, though only enough to never appear in any database and never to impersonate a specific person. This new identity is legally foolproof, but you must make ability checks as normal to fool anyone who has met you under an earlier identity. I just work here. You have learned to blend into your environment and make your tools appear to be simple civilian objects. You have advantage on any ability check made to blend into a crowd, pretend to be a normal person, or conceal an item on your person. In addition, during a long rest, you can modify any weapon or tool so that it appears to be a harmless object of a similar size and shape. Sword cane, anybody? A rifle might appear to be an umbrella. A surveillance camera might look like a bow tie, or an explosive might hide under the guise of a cigar. This camouflage is perfect to the naked eye and stands up to the casual scrutiny, but close inspection reveals the truth. And this talent cannot fool advanced security systems such as X-rays. You can modify up to a number of objects during your rest equal to your proficiency bonus. Rigged. You are skilled in the art of trap making. You have advantage on ability checks made to set traps or rig explosives. Intelligence expertise. You gain expertise in 2 additional skills from deception, perception, performance, persuasion, security, sleight of hand, or stealth. Obviously, you must be proficient. I feel like the country song from Animaniacs. Consummate professional. You are always put together and nothing can stop you from getting the job done. Whenever you make an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, you can ignore one source of disadvantage that applies to that roll. 5 tricks we'll just touch on. Drive it like you stole it.
Love that.
Entering without breaking. Go to sleep. No witnesses. Quick change. And time to improvise. So that will cover our spy, which seems to be my favorite because I just love spies. And we have one more left to go in the Charming Heroes from the Vault, and I will let Robert take that away.
Thank you, thank you. And that brings us to the last charming hero in the 2 big published books. That is the Mind Doctor. Why play with an artificial intelligence when you have the real thing inside your own head? Effectively, this came out of the Total Recall book, if I recall correctly, touching on that situation in the original film where the main character's memory has been wiped. But it also reminds me so much of The Dollhouse by Joss Whedon and of a little bit of Johnny Mnemonic with all these sorts of memory erasures or even that scene from the Matrix where he goes, "Wait, I know Kung Fu." But at any rate, you as a Mind Doctor are a very versatile hero. allowing you to manipulate and adjust your own skills, reprogram yourself as the situation requires. And they are also very gifted at extracting information right out of people's brains, or alter memories, or just make them forget something entirely. In a fight, they can tap into combat training, thus my Matrix reference earlier, that they never really had in real life to become deadly warriors. Now, the exact nature of the technology behind the Mind Doctor is left to your imagination, so you can use it in a variety of settings. You could have this person be effectively an X-Men style mutant with a mechanical aid to heighten their powers. You could be a literal, I have this Shadowrun-esque brain jack. I'm going to jab into your neck to reprogram you. There's a whole bunch of ways you can play this. But proficiencies, Mind Doctors are proficient with the Wisdom and Intelligence saving throws, and 3 of the following: computers, deception, insight, investigation, mechanics, medicine, natural sciences, persuasion, and social sciences. You also get social expertise, which is a free expertise in one skill from the following list: deception, insight, persuasion, or social sciences. But, as with previous expertise proficiencies, you've got to be proficient in the skill you want expertise in first. For equipment, you have basic and advanced equipment. Recommended equipment is Scientist Pack, and either a tactical rifle or a concealed carry pistol. Well, 2 of them, if you choose that option. Now, at first level, you gain the talent called Auto-Hypnosis. At second level, you have Remap Experience. Yep, just like it sounds. At 5th level, you have Advanced Auto-Hypnosis, which is going to have an interesting but familiar advanced combat training feel to it. At the 7th level, you'll have both Memory Modification and Remap Additional Experience. As your capstone, you get Memory Master. Now, Auto-Hypnosis lets you use your charisma instead of your dexterity when you make any attack or damage roll. Doesn't limit it to melee, doesn't limit it to range, it's just you can use it instead. This reminds me of The Duelist, quite frankly, and it's beautiful. Remap Experience says whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can adjust your implanted memories. Effectively, at the end of any rest, you can choose any one skill or equipment proficiency and gain that proficiency until you use this talent again. You can reprogram yourself with a free proficiency every rest. At 5th level, you have the Advanced Auto-Hypnosis, which is effectively advanced combat training. Once during your turn when you take the attack action, make 2 actions as part of that action. But the reason it is called Advanced Auto-Hypnosis instead is because this is a result not of actual real-world training, but you've just decided to wire those reflexes into your cerebral cortex here. Level 7, Memory Modification. You literally attempt to alter someone's memory. Now, this has to be done to an incapacitated target. You can't just walk up to somebody in combat, smack them upside the head. They've got to be incapacitated, restrained, down for the count, because this takes about 10 minutes to do. And while this is happening, the target is effectively in a fugue state, not aware of their surroundings. If the target takes any damage during those 10 minutes, the process is interrupted. But if you can complete the process, the victim needs to make a wisdom saving throw. If the victim fails, you alter the target's memory of an event that it experienced within the last 24 hours and lasted no more than 10 minutes. You're basically editing that 10 minutes during the course of the 10 minutes of time. You can remove all memory of the event, change the details, or replace the memory with an entirely different one. If you happen to be playing a game where there's a lot of intrigue or espionage, you can literally edit someone's memory to say, wait, that wasn't me breaking in to steal those files. It was the security guard, who for some reason looked completely different, but it was the security guard. Now, a target succeeds on the saving throw. If that happens, then you can't alter its memory again for 24 hours. If the person's brain has already rejected the attempted modification, you're done for 24 hours. Now, the Remap Additional Experience you get at level 7 as well. This basically enhances your Remap experience from level 3 so that you can choose 2 skills and or equipment proficiencies instead of 1 when you take a short or a long rest. You're literally giving yourself an extra memory slot. And then for Memory Master, you are a true master of memory. Whenever you roll in an influence dice, if you roll a 7 or higher, you don't spend the die.
Whoa.
So if you max out on one of your tricks with your charm feature for the Charming Hero class, that's you get that die back immediately. That's fantastic. If you happen to be a high roller. Me, I'm a walking entropy field. I either roll really low or really high, so it might work for me. And the Mind Doctor's tricks are very thematically appropriate ways you can mess with someone's memory. For example, there's one called Memory Lapse, Forget Me, Remember Me, but you can also read memory. Clarity is a nice buff. And one of my favorite names for the Mind Doctor tricks is, you've trained for this. It's fantastic. But again, we'll be talking about tricks at a later date. So yeah, these are very, very fun ways to tweak the charming hero archetype. And I know we've said it before, but this Everyday Heroes game is fabulous at letting you play a massive number of different ways within one archetype, thanks to all these varieties of classes. I think that's carried through every time we've looked at an archetype's classes throughout this particular season. There's so many ways you can play a strong hero, an agile hero, a tough hero, a smart hero, wise or charming hero. It's absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Speaking of, because my friends and I, we play the Highlander game right now. We're split up between
Love it.
good guys and bad guys. And I'm a brutal fighter, so I finally got to actually play with it, and I'm at level 5 now. And despite getting hit with some heavy venom, or like the deadly
Mhm.
venom, which almost wiped me out in one hit,
Oof.
I still gave the person that I was dueling a pretty good run for their money, because I mean I wasn't hitting, but because of that brutal strike, I was still dealing damage. Had combat been able to go on for one more round, if I wouldn't have gotten hit, if they missed, but I actually would have landed, I definitely would have ended up killing them. So, like you said, I mean, these classes are these roles and additions to it, man. I mean, like, they're really well designed, really well thought out, and they're just it's tremendous fun.
I blame Sig.
Blame's a harsh word, but yes, we blame Zig and the entire wonderful, amazing team over at Evil Genius Games.
Yeah, but amazing, everybody. This is so cool. We finally got it. We're done.
Now, that's not to say that this is the sum total of classes for the different archetypes. I mean, for everyone that's interested, and I hope that everyone listening is, the Sidekick website and app from Evil Genius, every month for the last several months, they've been releasing a nice little snippet or tidbit of new player feats, new player backgrounds and professions, and oftentimes new player class options for one or more of the archetypes based on theme. Like this month was Victorian heroes, and there's a literal steampunk mad scientist type smart hero called the Steam Engineer, and I love it. So there's just so many things that are still being cranked out and created by this amazing team. And we've got Intergalactic Heroes with a whole new set of classes for each archetype coming out sometime next year, I think they said. Everyday Arcana is still in the pipeline, which is going to have another amazing set of classes for each of the 6 archetypes. And even before that, there's going to be, I believe it's the Armory that's coming out before too very long.
Yeah,
which I don't think it has any class options, but it's going to have a whole bunch of cool equipment.
Yes, 700 new weapons. Just a book. I don't know about actual equipment, but it's 700 weapons.
Sign me up.
So I back that. I'm waiting for that to come through. Hopefully it's getting close. I thought they said third quarter, which we are vastly. Are we in third quarter?
I think we're in third quarter now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, so third quarter, because fourth quarter would be...
October, November, December.
Right, so we're at the tail end of third quarter. Yeah.
So maybe fourth quarter. Hopefully soon. I know it got delayed because of artwork and the passing of Arwen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
that was a very sad situation. And
so
lots of prayers and blessings to her family.
Yep.
Especially her husband and to the whole team who knew and loved her for so long.
Yeah, Eric has officially taken over as the editor. Is that what she did?
She had a couple of hats that she was wearing. She was an amazing person. Yeah.
Yeah. So he is now the editor. Projects will be coming. I think we'll be able to be pushed through more now since he is officially editor. I can't even speak. Curtis from the Discord has taken over Ego. So congratulations to you, Curtis, for being now head of the Ego program.
Props to you.
So I don't know if there's any other news or tidbits that we have. You've already mentioned this month's drop was the Victorian era with the mini setting.
And so many character backgrounds and professions.
And probably next week, I think, or the following week, they'll have out the adventure they released this setting?
I believe so. That should be coming out before too long. I think it's supposed to be they released the heroes already.
Right, they released the adventure, so I think the setting is what's coming.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then we're getting closer to Cyberpunk and Pirates, because that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I do like me a good pirate story, especially if we can find a certain ship whose name I shall not utter for copyright purposes.
I mean, I would love to play an everyday pirate or everyday cyberpunk. I'm really waiting for that.
So you can be the captain now.
I'll hail the captain.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you,
hail the
everybody.
captain. To the captain.
Tip your waiters.
The captain.
Tip your tenders.
Love it. Love it. And, that pirate one made me really think back to, and right along with the Victorian Heroes situation, that made me think back to D20 Past from the original D20 Modern books. Do you guys remember that one, D20 Past? You had the, the Age of Piracy Exploration setting in the book. You also had the Sherlock Holmes investigator setting of the book with some Cthulhu-esque stuff added in. And then there was a third setting, which was
like
World War II pulp adventure. Yeah.
Ooh, a World War II setting would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they did put in a Prohibition kind of noir setting, which is perfect for between the world wars and build up to that. But yeah, if there could be like a Doc Savage, Phantom, Shadow, pulp hero thing, that'd be awesome too. Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, my Sunday group has finished the season 1, so I'm now running these snackables that come out every month. So I have what am I running Sunday? I have a game scheduled for the Sunday, and that means I'm gonna have to read it soon because I haven't.
Fair.
It is it the Wild West? I think it's the Wild West I'm running on Sunday. Let me just go to Dispatch and find out. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's the Wild West one because I did start a second group at a comic book store local to me as well. Yes, Rough Ridge Rustlers.
There we go.
Is what's Sunday, and then October 4th at my second venue will be Assignment 2, A Heist-Minded Plot.
Woo.
So I have effectively 2 groups that I get to run for now. I am the first one to do that, so I've been told. And if I can find one more store and someone else to GM, I'll get the first one to 3 and actually earn my
word. And wait, we didn't make our obligatory reference.
Let's see. Was he in anything Victorian?
Not to my memory.
I mean, he is naturally charming.
This is fair, and that alone merits a reference of our very favorite. Let's say his name, everybody.
Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts.
Has he ever been a spy?
Oh, Lord, he must have. And at least some of it. That man's filmography is quite extensive.
I mean, speaking of spies, if you guys remember the movie Sneakers.
Love it.
Robert Redford passed away.
Yeah.
What?
You didn't hear that?
No. I've been kind of living under a rock the last couple of weeks. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. He was what, 89?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know who the also person who just died today was the mom, Jason Voorhees' mom from
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just saw that news too. So
goodness gracious,
that.
Man. Wow.
Yeah, but Robert Redford passed away, and you know that was a little sad.
Yeah, cinematic icon, man. I mean,
it was
he's been around forever.
I really liked Sneakers, and there was another movie he was in where he was in prison, and I can see the movie poster, but I can't remember the name. Like Inside the Castle
a pretty
Walls,
good like a Wild West mystery situation as a retired Texas Ranger with Robert Duvall, I thought, or maybe I'm mixing that up with something. I'd double check. Well, that's on that note. Woo.
Yes, really.
Well, as we bring an end to this part of the series, we talked about a couple of ends right there. Boy, yeah, that's I have absolutely. I absolutely love this Everyday Heroes game. So being able to go through and just gush about what these classes remind me of and what I would like to play with them is absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to having some trick talks on the Charming Hero tricks at some point and seeing what comes next in season 2.
Yeah. Stay tuned for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to have some exciting things, and we'll see what we can do.
Yep. And a big shout out to our buddy Harlan.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever he's at.
We miss you, buddy.
I heard he ended up in a Turkish prison. I don't know how accurate that is.
Well, I mean, I guess it's Turkish prison or Turkish bathhouse. I mean, either one.
I'm told the latter is much more comfortable than the former.
I heard he was going to channel his inner Batman. I don't know.
Oh, I hope his parents are okay.
That's why I say inner Batman, not outer Batman.
Good Lord. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers it. All right. Shall we end it out?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Thank you, everybody out there, for listening, and come back and listen to us again over here at Adventure HQ.
Redemption HQ.
I just have adventures on the brain at
You do.
Redemption HQ. Woohoo!
Yes, the process redemption.
That was a really good Andy Serkis.
Yes,